Hi everyone, my name is Jay. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you are here with me on this day. In this week's video, to start, we're gonna tackle two big items on my to-do list. Really the only two items on my list because they just felt so intimidating, and that is going outside and cleaning out my shed, and then carpet cleaning the only room with carpet left in my house, the living room. But what would a cleaning session be without some laundry? So I just wanted to throw a load of clothes in to get myself amped up and ready. And if you're ready to clean with me, let's get started. All right, we are outside after work in my shed. I am terrified of this thing for some reason. I have an irrational fear of snakes, and I know snakes are scary, but my fear is completely overwhelming and irrational. So in the 3 years I've lived in this shed, I've never even gone all the way to the back wall. I just put stuff in without stepping as close to the back as I can. So everything was just cluttered by the door, and then there are shelves in this shed, but they were full of the previous owner's junk, literal junk, like a rusty hatchet, old broken tiles, tools that don't work, all kinds of stuff that I just wanted to finally reclaim this space and get it as decent as I could. I didn't do anything major, but I did get in here and really just clean out the place. And I just cannot get over how crazy I look. It was super hot this day. I tried to get home from work as fast as I could, but it was still about 85 degrees, so I could stand the sun for 1 to 2 hours. And right at the end of this, I felt myself getting a bit of a headache. The heat was getting to be too much, so I'm very proud that I just got out here and got it done. So I have on my work clothes, like housework clothes. So if you see me always wearing the same bummy outfits, that's what I wear to clean, especially outside in a scary shed that I'm uncomfortable in. First things first, I have to move all of my stuff out because there were just, I think, all of the spiders in the neighborhood I am harboring in this shed. So I just wanted to get in here and get all the dust and the cobwebs and stuff swept out of here. So of course I had to clear the floor space. And so I'll make quite a few trips just pulling stuff out. And then I have an outdoor broom, the green one, and I also purchased a broom and a dustpan from Dollar Tree, which is a great tip if you need like an outdoor broom. So I'm gonna get in here and start just sweeping my life away. Definitely, if you're gonna tackle a project like this, wear a mask. My chest was burning all night. I felt like I couldn't take a full breath in just because of the dust and the, I'm sure, dander, pollen, dead bugs, all the things I was breathing in, and I just didn't think to put on a mask. And you'll see quite a few dust plumes. And I had the shed doors open, it's a summer day, so there was plenty of air around me, but I definitely should have worn a mask, and in the future I will, because I do have masks and I have a respirator. I just wasn't thinking properly. I did take an allergy pill, but it wasn't quite enough. From this angle, you can get a better view of the mess that I was working with. So this workbench, everything up there is from the previous owner, none of it's mine. And I did just have to keep stepping out of the shed, and I was using this, the stick of this little rake to kind of knock over any pots or any bins that I couldn't see the inside of. I'm telling you, my fear of snakes is crazy. And there were spiders everywhere. I mean, I was just brushing the spiders off. And I also did take a break to go get some bug spray because there were so many mosquitoes. And it's crazy, when I moved into this house, I will never forget it. If I've told you guys this, I'm sorry. It's just such a vivid memory. So the movers were moving all of my outdoor stuff, like my lawnmower, shears, all that stuff. And one of them opened up the shed because I had never opened the shed. So I went back there with them, and crickets jumped out at us. Here in Maryland, we have the black crickets and the brown crickets. They're both humongous. They're both disgusting. And the brown crickets, when they get scared, they jump at you. I don't know if the black ones do, but I'm telling you, they're disgusting and they're big. And they jumped out at us. I was terrified. So terrified. Even the mover, the guy, was a little bit freaked out. And so when I first moved in after that, I put a bug bomb in here. I bought a fogger and I bug bombed it, threw my stuff in without going all the way inside. And that's where I left it. So if a lot of, I don't know, I don't know, it just like freaks me out. I'm afraid that there are snakes living in here. It's crazy. I know. Like, some people are kind of paralyzed by spiders. Of course, I do not like spiders, especially when they jump and they go really fast, but it's the snakes, man. Snakes and sometimes frogs. My coworker mentioned that she is terrified of frogs, and it made me laugh so much, but I realized I'm a little bit afraid of frogs too. I just feel like they always frighten me because they blend in so well. And every time I open up the umbrella that goes over my patio, there's a frog on it every single time, and it freaks me out every time. So I'm just getting all that stuff out. I did end up keeping the gas can, but nothing else on top of here I kept. And a lot of those bags of lawn seeds I've had now for 2 years. There must have been a really good sale when I first moved here, and I didn't have grass in the back. It was really bad. But last year I had a company come in and they overseeded for me. And this year it just got so hot so fast, I haven't had time to seed the patches that I wanted to seed. So I can still do it before we get to fall, like late summer, early fall. I definitely still have that window. So I have a bunch of seeds, and I have some Grub X. I have grubs in the front. I never used it. I don't even know what order you do that. I was just buying stuff. I was just Googling how to fix a disgusting lawn and buying things. I bought some lawn soil. Like, what is that? I don't know. But I wanted to get all of those bags up off the floor. Just if I can see the floor, I'll feel more comfortable coming in here. And one thing that's not lacking is electricity. You can see the power strip in the corner. There's an outlet behind it and then an outlet in front of it. And on the other side of the shed, there's also a power strip and there's a fan. Now, the outlet didn't work because I tried to use my wet dry vacuum and it didn't work. I'm sure inside it's just a breaker that's flipped, but there are a lot of lights and outdoor outlets in this house, which is so interesting. I wish the outlets inside were better placed, but obviously this was all done later with like a more modern touch, but I do appreciate it. That green triangle tool organizer, I purchased it from Aldi actually a few years ago, and it has worked really well. I wouldn't mind having some nicer storage solutions in here, but Honestly, this is more than enough. And when I'm in the shed, it feels very sturdy. Like I can definitely hang stuff on the walls. It feels fine. When you're on the outside looking at the shed, it looks dilapidated, like it's gonna fall over. So it's definitely not something worth putting too much money into, because I've toyed with the idea of, do I want to get the siding redone? No way. There's no way. And at the end, when I show you the roof and the ceiling, how it looks, it's like an open ceiling and there's stuff up there. That's why I've been so scared. I've been scared a snake is gonna fall on my head when I'm in here. So I'm always looking up and looking around. But I have been putting some of my saws in here too. Like there's my wet saw, and then in my house I put my flooring saw, my miter saw in here. So it's just been nice to have the extra storage and to use the space like as intended. That's been really good. And I definitely don't have as much outdoor stuff as maybe some other people have, but I know this looks like a lot. It's just like my lawn stuff, some extra chairs, a little power washer, shovels, an empty deck box. So this is pretty much all of my outdoor gear. I don't have anything else. It's all in here, which is nice, and an extra recycling bin because that one's a little bit janky and I had to buy my own. And here's the ceiling. As I was saying, it's open, and I don't even know what those are up there. Rafts? I don't know, but they're probably going to stay up there forever because I'm not going up there. And then here is the aftermath. This is when my head was starting to pound. I was like, oh no. But I had to clean up all the stuff in the grass, and here's my trash pile. And once we are done outside, we're tackling big task number 2, which was this carpet. I had not done it in well over 6 months, and I was just feeling so intimidated, but I knew it was beyond time to get this carpet clean. And this was early Saturday morning. It was about 7:45 because I had to I didn't have to, but I wanted to take a gym class, and so I wanted to get this done so that the rest of the day I could just relax. That's been my whole thing lately, is just relaxing. My life is all about relaxing. Hopefully one day I can relax from my full-time job, but until we're there, I'm just gonna relax any other opportunity that I can. I hope you all are doing well and that you are happy and healthy and prosperous. The heat wave seems to have passed and we seem to be back into just normal hot summer. Like it's still been in the upper 80s, low 90s, which is fine. That is fine. And it's been cooling down at night, which is perfection. So nice to see the 60s, even if it is at 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. It's just been very, very nice. And I'm feeling like reinvigorated to get all this outdoor stuff done because I still have so much to do outside of my house. And it's a lot. Definitely been feeling more overwhelmed lately, not just with the upkeep of inside the house, but the upkeep of outside the house. It is definitely a lot for one person. And I don't have a huge house, but you know, it is just me, so it is a lot. And then here I tried to be like aesthetic and show you me emptying the bin, and I got dirt everywhere. So I had to stop for a second and clean my hands and clean the trash can, but it only took a minute or two, so that was fine. And then we're going to move on to the actual carpet cleaning. This is a Hoover Bissell. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up and put it on the screen, but I'm not sure I'd recommend it just yet. I have had it for over a year now and it's been good, but after I did this, I put it in my little storage room and it was leaking. So I don't know what I did wrong. It has never leaked in the time I've had it except for this one time. It did good on the floors, but I was not happy finding the floor with a bunch of sticky soap on it. So I don't know, but before that happened, I would have recommended this machine. So when you have it on, it's just normal setting. When you go forward, it's wash and backwards is dry. So I split the room into sections and I did one regular setting, forward, back, and then I did a pass with the dry only button. So I only ended up washing each section of the carpet once, but then I did a dry multiple times. So I would go forward and back, one pass over the section, push the dry only button, and then redo the section twice. So it did not take as long as I thought. I was done with this within an hour and a half because I could not be late for the class. I don't want to get no fees. So I had to leave and I really wanted to finish. But when you're cleaning your carpets with machines like this, it is so important to suck the water and the soap out because that's what's going to make your carpets crunchy. And eventually the crunch will wear away. It's not a big deal. I certainly am no professional, but the wash is not as important as the dry, which is why I only did one pass with the soap and then multiple passes over each part, sucking the water back out of the carpet. Other than feeling a little overwhelmed with my space, I've been doing good. I've just been trying to focus on like larger tasks and I've been giving myself the whole week. Like this carpet and the shed. I said, I want to get these two things done next week. Of course, everything else still has to be done. Bathrooms and the kitchen and the linens washed and floors mopped and vacuumed. Of course, all that has to get done, but I've just been treating that like an everyday task, right? Not some big today's going to be my cleaning day. I've just been focusing on other extra things that I wouldn't normally get done. But otherwise, I've been doing good. So next week, I did already film a reset. So we're going to be back inside my house cleaning all the normal messes and stuff. So I'll be sure to share that in a couple days. It's already filmed and partially edited. But lately I have been feeling a little bit restless with my life and myself, and I don't know, kind of bored, maybe. I don't know what's going on. Just bored. I'm used to doing like moving every couple years or doing something different. And my job has been the same. I've been in the same house. Nothing really exciting has happened. And having a steady life is good. Don't get me wrong. But I'm still young and I just want something more. I want something different. So I've been thinking, do I want to move? Where do I want to move to? I can move to another country if I want. So lately I've been feeling a little bit restless, and that has manifested itself in shopping. And I can't keep going to Marshall's and spending 30, 40, 25, 15. I just can't keep doing that multiple times a week, but that's kind of where we're at. So I am still, relatively happy and healthy, but just feeling a little bit kind of restless, I guess, a little aimless. And as I finish up, I'm going to go ahead and show you the dirty water tank. It actually wasn't that bad. When I first got this machine, I was doing way too many wash passes, so I had to keep emptying the tank, but the water didn't look too disgusting in my opinion, and I still had plenty of water and solution left in case I needed to keep going. And here is the carpet, nice and fresh. So good. It was just so nice to have this done. I felt so relieved, and I felt pretty accomplished the rest of the weekend, the rest of this Saturday and then Sunday, because I had done the things I wanted to do, even though it was technically only 2 big chores. And of course, like I mentioned, I cleaned the rest of my house like normal, but just getting those 2 things out of the way made me feel like I had really accomplished a lot that week. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put the living room back together. And this was when I should have already left for the gym, so I had on my leggings because I needed to run out that door. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I just really appreciate it. Be sure to leave me a comment down below, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I hope that I will see you again here real soon.